Was or is the better skateboarder?
In the band?
Yeah, or the best, yeah, of the band. Who's the best skateboarder in the band?
I think Mathias was...
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, we were all good.
Okay.
But I guess I was the one who maybe tried a little bit more.
The most radical.
He was semi-pro.
Yeah, I was competing in all around Sweden.
I heard the word was. Does it mean you don't practice anymore?
No, I skateboard, of course. I will always skateboard.
Yeah.
But it's in a different way than I used to do. I mean, now I go take my longboard or my and just go down to the gas station and buy ice cream and skate back. You know, I don't really go for it that hard anymore. Same with you, huh?
Yeah, I skateboard with my kids these days.
Okay.
And I go and get the newspaper every morning.
And then you learn them a new trick every day while going there?
They're a bit too young still.
Okay. But how is was the skate scene when you were young in your town where you grew up?
I mean, it was good. I mean, it wasn't really that many skaters maybe, but it was when we started. It was.
We started around 87, 88.
87 then, yeah.
Well, when you know street skating became big there with the sort of big boards and you know we were watching all these movies, American movies, you know, H Street Team and the Powell Team and street skating was really big and that was what we were into and through skateboarding it was a big social thing for us because through skateboarding before skateboarding we only pretty much hung out in our own neighborhood, but then when we started skateboarding we met people from other neighborhoods in Örebro and you know we became friends with a lot of cool people and a lot of people who were into music.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how we got into music because all these new friends that we made, they had you know their own punk bands and so we naturally you know wanted to start our own band and that's how me and Mathias started our first.
Because it was basically just you and me and maybe Tora, who were from our part. You know, and all the other guys they were already into music and. Yeah, of course, we listened to music, but they had bands and stuff. Yeah. And for us, it was just important to start a band. We couldn't even play at all. We just wanted to have our own band.
Okay. So
and it's fun.
And we couldn't play, but you know, our friends, if they could play in a band, I mean, we thought that so could we. And
they couldn't play that well as well.
And they were much better than us. You know?
They were a lot better, and we were really impressed. You know, we were like, wow, they have, you know, they made a demo tape. Wow, you know.
But it's funny because when you started to play punk rock, you could write your own song. Maybe we probably wrote our own first song. Must have been. It sounded like shit, but we could write our own song, you know, after just a week or so, you know, just you know.
Because what bands particularly inspired you from the skate videos? I heard that while watching the videos, you were inspired by the music from Californian.
Yeah, it was basically. I mean, at that time in Sweden, when we got into punk rock, me and Nikola, most bands sang in Swedish.
Yeah.
And it was kind of political Swedish punk rock, and it wasn't that many bands at that time that were actually singing in English in Sweden, you know. And when we started Millencolin, it was really important for us to. You know, we had already decided it has to be in English, you know, just like the other bands we listened to, you know.
Yeah, you know, like Operation Ivy, Descendants, the Bad Religion, No Effects, Pennywise, those bands were, you know, for us, they were linked with skateboarding and those bands were being played on the skateboard videos and we were into skateboarding and we wanted to start our own band that, you know, played that style of music. So we were completely focused on that style of music.
And it was that kind of music was so fresh for us too, because you know we had heard it through skateboard movies, but I mean most people that we knew had never heard of those bands, and that's why when we started our band, we were, you know, you couldn't buy a Bad Religion album in the record store. You had to. I mean, I went with my parents to Germany and bought albums, you know, vinyls, just because it was really hard to find it.
Yeah.
You could go to Stockholm maybe and buy the new No Effects album, but it was a special thing.
It's a bit underground.
Yeah, it was really underground.